Gregg Smith joining me now. Greg, the markets have been edging higher. I'm just wondering if we've hit the bottom.
Hey, good morning, David. Look, it's official. We're in bull market territory with the S&P up 20% from October lows. And I think there's three key things for investors to focus on next week. We have CPI data coming out. We have words from the Fed. And wait for it, we actually have the makings of what looks like a hot IPO. It's like the olden days, right? I don't think we've seen that in quite some time.
Now, I talked to Kenny Polcari about this. The Fed is very concerned about political instability. They always have shown that in the past, and they're unlikely, I think, to do anything that could shock the markets because of the political instability we have right now with a Trump indictment. What do you think? Because they are going to decide next week whether to raise rates.
Yeah, look, there's two sides of the story, right? We have a lot of big key macro events in the rearview mirror, including, what I call the regional bank crisis of confidence, as well as the Fed debt ceiling. But looking ahead, inflation is abating. And I think some think that the Fed should continue to move forward and continue to increase rates, because if we don't get inflation under control, it's going to cost us more in the future. But as the equity markets are telling us and continuing to trade higher, that, they're hoping for a pause. And there's a lot of signs that, yes, the consumer's in good shape, the consumer's healthy, but there's been a pullback in terms of spending from consumers. We see it in credit card spend and other factors. So I'm hopeful that, look, I think we're in Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar right now, and I think people are putting too much focus and being a little mad focusing on what the Fed is going to do.
I want to focus on something that you said and give you kudos for that about Amazon. On April 4th, you were here.
Correct.
Put Amazon up on the screen if you can, please, because you said when it was $102 on April 4th that it was going to go up to $124. Can you see Amazon there? Yep. It is now at 125. You made it.
Yep.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Where do you think it goes from here?
I think Amazon is a great company. I am continuing to hold the shares that I own. I'd love to see it pull back. I would buy more on a pullback. I think, look, despite the fact we're seeing the consumer pull back, Amazon is such a great proxy for this country, for both consumer spend, for business spend with their cloud computing and their massive ad business. So it might be a little perverse to say that I think this stock is going to go ahead, because you might be saying, Greg, well, if consumers are pulling back, they're not going to be spending that much money on Amazon. But what I think is going to happen when we start to see July earnings release is that they're going to begin to manage profitability better and better. We're going to see that this is just going to become a massive profit machine.
Remember the days when it wasn't making a profit? For years, it wasn't making a profit.
And that's now going to change. And I think, we could see this blow through its old 52-week highs.
Wow.
So I think we could see the stock in the 140s. I don't know if it'll get to its 180s high, but I'm very bullish on Amazon.
From April 4th until now. We'll see if that happens. Greg, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Good to
David.
see you. Lauren, you're looking at some market movers. Start with Target.
Down